Narayan is best known for his creation of the fictional South Indian town Malgudi. And once that book is published, it would be groundbreaking. This is what he said to Talkative Man Madhu. Dr. Run was not Dr. Run. Previously, he was Mr. Rangan. He was working for a circulating library when they both were young. TM's narrative emphasizes the influence and significance of sharing stories with a community. Hello students, I am Anil, Assistant Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In this session, we are going to look at a novel written by R.K. Narayan, which is titled Talkative Man, and this is prescribed for the students of 4th semester BCA. Let us know about R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan is Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Narayanaswamy, known as R.K. Narayan. He was born on October 10th in 1906. And is celebrated as one of the pioneers of modern Indian literature in English. Narayan is best known for his creation of the fictional South Indian town Malgudi. Today, Malgudi is a famous town known by all the Indians created by R.K. Narayan, which serves as the setting for most of his stories and novels. Through Malgudi, he portrayed the everyday lives, challenges, and quirks of ordinary Indian people with warmth, gentle humor, and deep humanity. His writing style is simple, elegant, and accessible, often infused with satire and irony. He explored themes like tradition versus modernity, middle-class struggles, and human relationships, making his work both relatable and timeless. Some of his most famous works include Swami and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher, The Guide, which won the Sahitya Academy Award and was adapted into a popular Bollywood film. R.K. Narayan was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature multiple times and was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor, in 2001. He passed away on May 13, 2001, leaving behind a rich literary legacy that continues to inspire readers around the world. So this is about R.K. Narayan, the famous author of India. Now let us get into the story of the talkative man. The word talkative man implies a man who cannot resist talking. The story is set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi and is narrated by Madhu. Madhu is the talkative man. He is a journalist who leads a routine life, submitting articles, conversing at the Borderless Hotel owned by his friend Verma, and frequenting the town hall library. So here let us know about the important character, the narrator. He is a rich man. He need not work. He had his ancestral property through which he was getting rental income, and he was one of the richest individuals of the town. But he did not want to lead his life in an idle way. So what he did, he started collecting news from the town and started sending it to all the newspapers. And why did he start doing this? So once what he did, he saw a woman with Siamese children. He took the photograph of that woman. Then he sent it to the newspapers. One fine day, when he was going through the newspapers in Malgudi Town Hall Library, he finds his article published in the newspaper. This motivates him to take up the job of a journalist who does not belong to any newspapers, but out of hobby, he starts collecting the newspapers daily from various sources in Malgudi town and sending it to the newspapers every day. One day, this man, talkative man, TMS, talkative man, he encounters a stranger at the library who introduces himself as Dr. Run from Timbuktu, claiming to be on a United Nations mission. Dr. Run states that he has come to Malgudi seeking a peaceful environment to complete his book, which he believes will be groundbreaking. Now, one fine day, what happens? In a town hall library, a man was waiting for this man, Madhu. So he introduces himself as Dr. Run from Timbuktu, from the West African nations. So he introduces himself like that, and then he says he was on a UNO mission and he is writing a book. He wanted to have a peaceful environment to write. And once that book is published, it would be groundbreaking. This is what he said to Talkative Man Madhu. Initially, Dr. Run resides in the railway station's waiting room causing inconvenience to the station master as extended stays are not permitted. Observing this, TM offers Dr. Run accommodation at his own house on Kabir Street. This also is an important incident in the novel. This man, Dr. Run, he was staying in the waiting room for a prolonged period, and the station master was getting worried. That man had worked, the station master had worked for several years without a black mark on his service register, and he had some time to get retired soon. So he did not want to have any black remarks on his service record. Therefore, he seeks help of Madhu. And Madhu tries to find accommodation for Dr. Run, but Run did not approve of any accommodations which were found for him. So finally, on the day of inspection which was coming to the railway station, Madhu takes Dr. Run to his place. Dr. Run's presence in Malgudi soon becomes a topic of intrigue. He portrays himself as a scholar dedicated to eradicating dangerous weeds threatening humanity. So all the people started looking strangely at Dr. Run. The Malgudi town people were wearing dhotis and shirts, but this man was in three-piece suit always. He was the talk of the town. So he was seen with intriguing things. Talkative Man writes an article to newspapers regarding Dr. Run. He receives a reply from one of the readers requesting his photograph. With the help of Jairaj, the photographer, TM manages to get the photo. The very next day, a woman from Delhi lands in Malgudi. So this is one of the important episodes of this novel. So out of curiosity, Run is now a habitual journalist. So he knows who this Run is. He has his information. He writes an article and sends it to the newspapers. And after some time, for his own surprise, he gets a reply from one of the readers telling that the article is so good, but without a photograph, it is incomplete. But Run was reluctant to give a photograph to Madhu. So what did Madhu do? He takes the help of Jairaj, who is a photographer of the town and friend of Madhu, and he says that you bring this man to the arch near his photo studio. And without his knowledge, he would take his photo from a distance. And they were successful in doing that. And he sends that photograph to the reader. And within a few hours, that is the immediate next day, when that photo reaches the reader, a woman from Delhi, she comes and lands in Malgudi. However, his true intentions come into question when Sarasa, the woman from Delhi and also the wife of Dr. Run, narrates her love story with Run and events that led to his changed behavior she reveals that Dr. Run is not affiliated with the UN and has a history of deceit, particularly involving romantic entanglements with women. She begs TM to reveal his whereabouts, but he declines, saying that he stayed there for a short period and left Malgudi. She hands him address card and leaves for Delhi. So this is an entire episode. This is the crux of this novel. So here, when Sarasa comes to Malgudi, she meets Madhu and she tells him that she was the rightfully wedded wife of Dr. Run. Dr. Run was not Dr. Run. Previously, he was Mr. Rangan. He was working for a circulating library when they both were young, when they both were adults. Sarasa's father was a carpenter. He used to make furniture for the circulating library. And this boy, when he was a boy, Mr. Rangan, used to give books to different parts of the town, and weekly he used to collect those books. It was a circulating library. So now he comes in contact with this woman. She was called Roja then when she was a teenager. They fall in love with each other. And one fine day, when their parents, Roja's parents, were not there, they had gone to a distant place, they plan somehow and they elope. They ran away from home. When the parents came back home, they found their daughter missing. They lodged a police complaint. And these two were caught. They had already married each other in a temple. Then Roja's parents, they lodged a false complaint claiming that their daughter was kidnapped. And she was treated not nicely and she was forced to sign that false complaint. Though she resisted in the beginning, finally she signs when her father affirms her that this is just to teach a lesson to that boy. And when this case comes in front of the court, Run was really heartbroken to read those complaints. And finally, with the help of a lawyer who is a friend of Run, that lawyer proves that she was not a minor when they ran away. She was major by 3 years when they got married. And finally, the court says they are rightfully wedded, husband and wife. They start living together, but Run's heart was completely changed out of this humiliation in the court when he got to know that she had signed the false complaint. They led a life, they both used to work, and one fine day, Run disappeared. That was the last time. Since then, she has been hunting for her husband. Now she got the news, she came to Malgudi, and she narrates these stories to Madhu. And Madhu, though he was giving space to Run, he says Run did not stay in Malgudi for a long time. He just disappeared. He might have gone to Madras. With this information, Sarasa hands him her address card and she disappears. Reports from many people in the town make Madhu to suspect Run. But there was something different going on in the town of Malgudi. Many people started telling Madhu that Run is doing something else. He opens Run's room and finds the truth. When Run was not in his house, Madhu goes to his room, he opens the key, then he finds a number of letters written by women. Some were praying, some were requesting, some were threatening. All letters were by women and this man had different names. Now, a further investigation by Talkative Man uncovers that Dr. Run is spending more time with Girija, the granddaughter of the town's librarian. So, in order to make sure he gets the news that he's spending more time with the daughter of the town hall librarian. The old librarian informs Madhu that baby, that is Girija, has stopped bringing him lunch and is coming home not before 8 in the evening. Madhu realizes that Girija, under the impression that Run is guiding her towards a promising career, is unaware of his ulterior motives. So now he realizes that this girl had fallen into the traps of Dr. Run. She is dreaming of a bright future, but she does not know the real character of Run now. While preparing for the Lotus Club Silver Jubilee function, Gaffer, the taxi driver, informs Madhu that Run was planning to elope with Girija. To prevent this, TM collaborates with Sarasa to deceive a plan on the day of function. They successfully intervene, leading to Dr. Run being taken away by Sarasa. However, 6 months later, TM receives a letter from Sarasa informing him that Dr. Run has once again disappeared, this time absconding with a nurse. So finally what happens? He finds the truth. Gaffer, the taxi driver, during the Silver Jubilee function, there was this Lotus Club. This club's Silver Jubilee function, he meets Gaffer, the taxi driver, and a childhood friend of Madhu. He informs that this man, Dr. Run, has been hiring him daily and paying him well. And they both, Girija and Run, sitting in the back seat, they were discussing to get married and run away from the place. So knowing this, Madhu was really surprised and shocked. So now he quickly takes the address card of Sarasa, he writes a letter, he telegrams her and asks her to come to Malgudi immediately. They plan everything. On the day of Silver Jubilee function, Run was captured by Sarasa with the help of her colleagues, her subordinates. Then he was taken to Delhi. She writes a letter to him thanking him for the capture of Run, and she informs that Run is behaving well in the beginning. And after 6 months, she writes one more letter to Madhu. And the letter said that Run has once again disappeared. This time he has run away with a nurse from Delhi. So there the story ends. So here we come to know about something about human character. The themes of this novel, which are explored in this novel, are these: deception and identity. Dr. Run's false persona highlights themes of trust and the facades individuals can maintain. We cannot say what kind of a person one is. There are many things going on in one's brain. We can't just predict them. Then small town dynamics. Everything that is happening in the town of Malgudi. The close-knit community of Malgudi plays a crucial role in unveiling Dr. Run's true nature. The other theme is power of storytelling from this novel, how R.K. Narayan tells the story through the narrator Madhu. TM's narrative emphasizes the influence and significance of sharing stories with a community. He was called a talkative man because he could not resist sharing the information which he has in his brain. Therefore, the title Talkative Man, and the story is about Run. How Madhu told the story of Dr. Run to all his listeners. His primary listener was Verma, the owner of the BARBER'S hotel. And he also tells about Verma. Verma is a man who is self-made rich man through having this hotel in the town of Malgudi. And Verma always reserved a seat for Madhu to listen to his stories. Therefore, Madhu is the talkative man of the town. And therefore, the title is given Talkative Man, though the story is about Dr. Run. The important characters to remember for the examination points of view are these. Madhu, he is the talkative man. He is the narrator of the story, how he tells the story of Dr. Run to the readers and listeners. Verma is the friend of Madhu and he is the owner of the BARBER'S hotel. Dr. Run is the main character in the story. The story is about him and his original name is Rangan. Sarasa is the commandant of the home guards in Delhi. She was the wife of Dr. Run. Girija is the granddaughter of the librarian. And finally, we have minor characters, Jairaj, the photographer, Shambhu, who helped Madhu with his scooter to collect the news of the town, and there was this Ramu, his neighbor. Then we come across many other minor characters in the novels. But these are the major characters of this novel. With this, we come to an end of this short novel, Talkative Man. An interesting storytelling skill of an individual is expressed through this novel. And here is a person who deceived many women, and his identity is revealed in the novel. With this, we shall end this session and see you in the next class. Thank you.